Welcome back to day 3 and 4 of the US Olympic trials. Here America's best battle out for those scrumptious top 3 spots, securing them a ticket to Paris. These are the spots up for grabs today, but as you know, we start from the beginning. The favourite heading in was 19-year-old Kaylin Brown, who went berserk at the NCAAs. She's the second fastest American woman this year, behind Sydney McLaughlin, but accolades don't make you run fast on the day, and the manifestation of that would be Kendall Ellis. She had run her first sub 49.99. Man, that really doesn't sound as good as first sub 50, but still, she cut her PB by half a second during this trials, en route to a title and an Olympic spot, 49.46 seconds.
Look at Aaliyah Butler, center of the track, and Kendall Ellis is surging. Kendall Ellis is responding and wins.
Second would be followed up by Aaliyah Butler, who unlike Brown, didn't even make the NCAA finals, but is now on Team USA. You couldn't make this up if you tried. But you know what you could make up? Quincy Wilson going even faster than 44.66 seconds. That one was obvious. This kid is truly a mutant. He came third in his heat, but runs the 4th fastest time in the semis overall.
The kid's coming back! Oh, what a...
44.59 seconds for his second world record in 2 days. And just for reference, that record stood for 42 years before he came. My gut tells me he can't just keep going faster, but if there's anything I've learned, it's never to trust myself. I'm saying it now, he's going faster and making that team. This might have been the upset of the champs, but because it's throws, it kinda went under everyone's noses. Brooke Anderson, the third best to ever touch the hammer, crumbles under the pressure for 3 fouls. And that's it, she's out. She's the current world leader, and she has been for the last 3 years. But this perfectly represents what's at stake at an Olympic trials. Congrats to Ichi Kanwoka on the title, and the other girls, I couldn't find footage. The men's pole vault is an inevitable battle for silver, but the question is, who are the men brave enough to take on this challenge? Well, apparently not America's finest. Casey Lightfoot, the American record holder, out in the prelims. And Sam Kendricks, who actually won with a slick new meeting record of 5.92 meters and his 11th national title,
he's going to do it, he bombs 587.
Announces he might not even go to the Olympics due to disputes with Team USA.
I don't have any respect for the team, so if I make this team, I might not even go.
So, good luck to Chris Nielsen, I guess. It's all on you, bud, to slay the beast. To make this men's 100 meter final, you needed to run under 9.98 seconds and also get lucky. Heat 1 would see Courtney Lindsay clean up in 9.88, with a surprise Curly yoinking the second qualifier in 9.89, and Christian Miller with a small Q spot because he can't stop himself from going sub 10 this year. Lyles and Bednarik absolutely bum Heat 2 in 9.80 and 9.82. God damn, that's fast. 2.6 win though. And Heat 3 was the only legal one, as Christian Coleman dominates in 9.86, the 3rd fastest time of the year. So finals time. Real quick, let's pretend you haven't seen the finals already. Who did you have after the semis? Because I'll be honest, I think we all had the same bet.
Here we go. Who's going to have a spot in Paris?
Off the back of his closing speed, Lyles separates with only 20 meters to go and pulls the Ben Johnson to an equal PB of 9.83 seconds. But it's what happened behind Noah that's kind of bonkers. Bednarik, PB of 9.87. Curly, actually making the team right after deleting his ASIC sponsorship. And Christian Coleman misses the cut. Also Christian Miller, now set for a spot on the 4x100 team. It's crazy how a race can go so according to script, but also not at the same time. Now hear me out. If Noah is running this fast over the 100, what the hell is he going to do in the 200 next weekend? Day 4, and we start off with some sickening qualifying marks. Valerie Allman in the women's discus, first round and only throw this qualifier, 70.89 meters. That's her final spot booked, and the second farthest throw in the world this year. And the men's 110 hurdles, I've been saying it all season. Pit Holloway against these guys and see what happens.
So fast. Grant Holloway gets these Olympic trials off to a beautiful start. Are you kidding me?
12.92, the first sub 13 of the year. Maybe a world record attack this year. Now to our first track final of the day, the men's 1500. An American middle distance You fellas been eating well lately. You got Nagoose, American mile record holder, Cole Hocker, an Olympic finalist in this event, as well as Cooper Tier, 2022 national champ, Craig Ingles, mullet connoisseur, and an under 20 record holder in Hobbs Kessler. But in reality, it's Nagoose with the target on his back. He's the fastest in the field, he knows it, and so does everyone else. And Nagoose would pull this pack until 200 to go, until Cole Hocker pulls out his college classic, sniping from 4th to 1st, 3 minutes, 30.59 seconds, in an electric championship record.
Hocker, Yared Nagoose, and Hobbs Kessler. Cole Hocker wins the Olympic.
Hocker, Nagoose, and Kessler pocket these spots, and that entire race was zooming. 8 out of the 12 runners scored a PR. Now for the clown fiesta that was the women's high jump. Charity Huffnagel is your American champion. Who? She's a college heptathlete. She finished 7th at the NCAAs and 12th individually in the high jump, just to walk into this trials spanking out a 194 PB and an American title, handing Vashti Cunningham her first title loss in 7 years. Glenn and Cunningham were the favourites, and they did score their Olympic spots, but man, they jumped like shit honestly. Congrats to Huffnagel. Now this final had more hype than ever, all because of the hopes and dreams of a 16-year-old trying to make the Olympic team. But it's not going to be easy. Everyone's dead set on an Olympic spot, and Norman, Hall, Norwood, they have championship experience to back themselves. Off the gun, and holy shit, I thought we were about to get a bowling TRP video. He's eating ground like nobody's business. But in the final bend, Wilson is being burnt, bowling is fading, and Michael Norman looks to be back.
It's Quincy Hall to the line. Hall wins. Norman will be second.
Yet it's Quincy Hall fighting to a 44.17 second PB, with Norman and Bailey pocketing the next 2 spots. Sadly, that's the end of the Wilson saga. His 3rd sub 45 second race in 3 days. But as a consolation, he's made the relay pool. And holy crap, Michael Norman is back. The men's long would be dominated by NCAA's finest. Jeremiah Davis of Florida State taking a dub in 8 meters 20. Malcolm Clemens in 2nd, and Lawson taking one for the pros. While sadly our masked hero, Marquez Dendy, kinda flopped. The women's 5K was an epic sprint starring Ellie St. Pierre and Alice Cranny. But it's 2-time world indoor champion St. Pierre proving to be the bigger dog.
They're shoulder to shoulder coming to the line. Cranny, St. Pierre. It's almost a photo finish. Ellie St. Pierre.
Olympic year's nuts, because that's another trials record in 14 minutes, 40.34 seconds. Schweizer takes 3rd, and in an absolute rare event, it's Parker Velby in 4th, missing out on a Team USA spot in the 5K. But she'll be back for the 10K. Oh, and the 800 was juicy. Athing Mu in her debut had a leading time through the semis in a scintillating 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Right at the line. Oh, and down goes Kate Grace.
But 200 meters into the final,
Her semi-final hit.
Down goes Athing Mu.
over, just like that. And she had no chance catching up because this pace was hot. 100 meters to go, Nia Akins blows away a spicy field to a 1 minute 57.34 second time.
Title and the Olympic trials. What an event.
Followed by Ellie Wilson and NCAA champ Juliet Whitaker, who in the process had to stomp fellow NCAA athlete Michaela Rose on the way. And that's it, day 3 and 4 over. The Olympic year seems to work as its own kind of steroid, because American championship records are just going down like crazy. Stay tuned for next week as we got the second half of the champs and the Jamaican champs. God, I've got so much work to do. Like and subscribe or something.